Namaste, everybody. Today marks almost exactly 1 year from the time that I lost over 33 kilos, and I thought I would make this video to give you an 1 year update of what's going on, how has the journey been, am I yo-yoing, am I back to what I was, and give you all the insights. So in case you are on a weight loss journey, you're looking at how can I lose about 33 kilos in 1 year. It's very doable, just the right amount of things, and I hope this video really helps you. So let's get right into it. So I think the hardest thing in this one entire year has been just starting. It took me a lot of time to actually realize and acknowledge that I really need to lose weight. I was over 95 kilos. So even at that time, it took me a lot of time to actually come to terms with the fact that, Shraddha, you need to lose weight, not because you want to look beautiful and all of that, but because it's just really good for your health. Like from a health perspective, you need to do this for yourself. Otherwise, you're going to get long-term, issues when you grow up, even more old. So it really came down to the why and the starting point. And looking back at it, the toughest part of the whole journey was not, not choosing a donut. It was really just starting and giving myself the chance to start. Because I really was low in confidence. I didn't really believe in myself. I didn't think I could do it. So really taking that first step basically meant everything. So if you are looking into a weight loss journey, just sit with yourself. Don't push yourself. Just sit and ask yourself, like, why do I want to do this? And give yourself the chance to start. The moment you start, you've already won half the battle. It's all here. It's not here. So I truly, truly believe that the toughest part of my 1 year was the start. It was not right now, it was literally the start. Second thing I want to talk about is motivation does not last. When I started my weight loss journey, I used to look at all these different videos, inspiration, and anything that would make me motivated or would make me get up and want to do it. And then I realized, you know what, this is not working because again, I'm echoing somebody else's voice, and that's why I urge you to also sit with yourself. Like, it's not about listening to a video and then just doing it. It's about listening to a video, that's great, but then sitting with yourself, speaking to your own heart, so that this motivation becomes inbuilt. It's not something that is coming from the external, but it's something that you are nurturing for yourself. Like I think in this 1 year, have really learned to be my own number one cheerleader. And for example, like yesterday actually was one of those days where I really did not want to go to the gym. I was like, I work out 6 times a week. I do yoga and the gym 6 times without fail. But I do have those days where, okay, I'm just really not motivated to go. And yesterday was literally that. And my family was like, it's fine, Shraddha, how does it matter? It's just one day. You anyways go every single day. You've been consistent for months. So one day is okay. And there was something in me. And I think that's the buildup of being sincere for this year. And I was like, no, I need to be motivated for myself. Like, I didn't have any other plans at that time. If I had not gone to the gym, I would have been just resting and chilling at home. So I just literally became my own cheerleader. And I was like, even if anybody says anything, I know that going to the gym will make me feel better, will make me feel mentally better, physically better. It is good for me. So I just asked myself that, Shraddha, by going to the gym, is it good for you? And the answer was just a clear yes, and then I just went. And when I came back home, I felt so good. So that's what I mean to say, is that motivation does not last unless we make it a habit for ourselves. Like every day, choose yourself. Try not to be too dependent on outside factors to be motivated, but I become my own motivation for myself, and that actually ends up lasting for a much longer time. So I hope that this point really helps you. The third point that I would like to talk about is in this 1 year, progress was not linear. It was not like, yeah, every single week I'm gonna lose the same amount of weight. There was some weeks where I was losing a lot. That was majorly in the beginning. I was losing very nicely. And then in the middle, I plateaued, and then it became again slower weight loss, and now it's become fast again. And so it's literally like a roller coaster ride. Weight loss was not linear. It was like phases. Like there's seasons in the year, like there's winter, summer, autumn, all of that. In the same way, my weight loss journey was literally different seasons. Some seasons were fast, some seasons were super slow, some seasons were nothing at all. And that is weight loss. And I think accepting that and acknowledging that made the journey so much more effortless, because I realized that the only thing I am in control of, or I have, a grip on, is my own efforts. That, yes, I think in this 1 year, like proudly, I can really say I've really not really cheated much. I have been really consistent, really sincere, even the days where or the months that I saw no weight loss. I would still go to the gym, I would still eat healthy, I would do everything right. So in that sense, I realized that the only thing I have a grip on is my efforts, my actions, but the result I have to accept. Whatever comes on that scale, for me, I weigh myself every Monday. So whatever Monday number comes, I'm happy with it. As long as I did my job, that's all that matters. And I can't be so fixated on a number. I need to just put in the hard work, and then whenever the result wants to show itself, it will, and it has. Suddenly, boom, I see a number go fully down, and then last week there was nothing. So that's just weight loss. So don't get demotivated if you don't see every single week a certain number that you were targeting. That's not how weight loss works. Some weeks are going to be good, some days are not going to be that good, but I still consider that good. I don't want to label anything as not good. It's just all a learning phase, and as long as you're doing your efforts, parfait. That's super. Now, the fourth point I'd like to talk about is about food. And I've really had such an interesting relationship with food. When I started my weight loss journey about a year ago, I think I was not very friendly with food, I would say. I would be scared of any fatty food. I would be scared of cheese. I would be scared of sugar and all of those things that were part of my life. And suddenly I just got scared of it because I knew that it would, make me fat. And over this span of time, I mean, it's been a year now. Today, like right now, actually, after this video, I'm planning to go to a waffle place. I've come to Belgium with my family to visit. This is my home. I just came back to visit my family. And I am going to have the waffle. So if this was me 1 year ago, I would have not been able to say that because I was so fearful of having one waffle and it ruining my whole journey. But now I've come to a place in my life where, no, I've really tried to build like a balance, let's say a moderation in my diet. So I like to eat everything. If I eat pizza, I will eat pasta, I'll eat waffles. I just now have experimented and explored my body so much that I know that there are certain time in the day that I should finish off the waffle. It's better to have it before 3 p.m. Now, pizza, I rather have it for lunch than dinner and keep a dinner super, super light. So rather than saying no to a certain category of food, which I would never do anymore, I used to do that. I used to really make it my enemy that, oh, I can't eat this. Well, I really don't believe that anymore. I eat everything, but I learned when to eat it. Now I know that in the morning, it's for me, my body, it's best if I open my diet with yogurt. Yogurt works fantastically for me. Now, if I want to eat Tofu, I rather have it for dinner because I know that if I'm having a heavy lunch, keep the tofu for dinner because that suits my body very well. And anything heavy for dinner does not suit my body. It's better to, if I want to have anything heavy, I'll have it for lunch. So, really, my relationship with food has really grown over time. I think I would classify it as it started off as, not a very good friend, like a friend that I would like pick and choose like which one I want in my life. And now it's become like a friend circle, like all of you are my friend. Some of them I use more, some of them I use less. Yes, of course, I'm not going to eat ice cream every single day, but it doesn't like, some friends you meet once in a while, and then some friends you meet every single day, like your besties. So that's what I've done with food. Some of them are my besties and some of them are acquaintances, but none of them are my enemy. And I think that's really important looking back at my 1 year journey. The next point I'd like to talk about is about my mindset, my mental transformation. I think more than a physical transformation, I am so grateful for the mental change in me. I remember 1 year ago, I was, like I told you, I was not confident. I was ashamed. I was not feeling okay in my body. I was mentally very weak. I was not trusting myself. I didn't believe in myself. And after this weight loss journey with all the challenges of going to the gym and working out and losing weight, seeing progress and all of that, I think it not only helped me physically, whatever changes physically, but it really helped me become my own best friend. And I know it sounds so cliched and so la la, but it's genuinely true. I think I'm much more patient with myself. I learned to be more tolerant towards myself, understand myself. Like, rather than reacting and going crazy and, being really all over the place mentally, I've actually learned to, like, it's okay. If there's a dip on the journey, that's fine. We figure it out. So much more balanced, I would say. So I think mentally, and I think the biggest win that I can tell you mentally is I used to not be able to say that I love myself 1 year ago. And today I can proudly say I love myself. And I think that's a big win. Now, something that I really want to talk about is that people will notice your weight loss journey. I mean, of course, there's something physical becoming, smaller and smaller. But what I have really tried to do in this 1 year, and it has helped me so much, is finally, I've not done this for the physical or the, let's say, the external validation of people. I actually just did it for myself. So, as much as, of course, it's great to have people tell you, wow, you lost weight and everything, but what I also realized is that those praises were coming maybe 4 months into my journey, not before that. And the only person who notices change in the first 3 to 4 months is yourself, because you know your body really well. You know the little changes that are happening, and people will see it much later. So, what I decided to do is, of course, I'm going to thank anyone that, thank you so much for complimenting me, and I really appreciate it. But I didn't want to be hungry for that. I wanted to look at the mirror and be able to say that, you know what? Good job. Well done. Like, amazing. And I wanted myself to be my own source of validation. And I think that's so important when it comes to a weight loss journey. I mean, I've lived a lot of my life trying to seek external validation, other people, approving me. And I always sought that. And then this weight loss journey really, really helped me to shut that noise out and to actually love and accept and approve and validate of myself. And that is, I mean, it's such an empowering feeling. Well, the next point I would like to share is that there are still hard days. It's not that everything becomes easy overnight just because it's been 1 year of doing weight loss. No, definitely it's easier, I would say, because you've kind of understood what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Now I used to practice Pilates along with yoga, and I shifted that because I realized that yoga is helping me tremendously, but Pilates is not. Maybe that's just not working for me because I'm looking at strength training now because I want to get toned. So then I started weightlifting again, strength training. I used to be a weightlifter back in the days. So I started that again, and that's working fantastically for me since a few months. So now I'm doing a combination of yoga and weightlifting. And just all of this to say is that every day is not going to be the same. There are going to be hard days, there's going to be easier days, but definitely what I love about this weight loss journey is if you make it a lifestyle, a new way of living, it actually becomes much easier. But not that it's everyday easy. So that's what I'm trying to convey, is that it becomes easier because you know your body better, you know what works for you better. But of course, still hard because it is everyday motivation, everyday discipline, everyday sincerity, every day working towards a certain goal. Like for me, I'm not stopping here yet. Yeah, it's been 33 kilos, but I still need to lose my next 5 kilos, and I need to tone, and I need to become stronger. So I do have more physical goals that I'm working towards, which is obviously it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but it's probably easier because I have understood my body much better than what I knew my body 1 year ago. So if you are still watching this video, I thank you for listening, and I hope that this video truly helped you. And if you are thinking of starting your journey, honestly, it's just about that start, that one walk, that one good meal, that one workout. Just choose yourself, whatever, however that is for you. For some of us, it's not weight loss. For some of us, it is weight loss. Just sit with yourself, listen to your heart, and just let's allow ourselves to hold each other's hands and become the best version of ourselves, whichever version that is for you. And if you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'd be more than happy to be part of your journey. I also do have an entire 14-day Get Fit With Me series where if you'd like to know what I ate, what I did, what workouts I did, like every single detail has been shared in those 14 videos. I've even shared my workouts itself, like exactly what I've done. Well, if any of those videos could be helpful to you, you can go and check that out. And I would love it to just continue being on this journey of wellness together. And I'm sending you all of my love and all of my heart. Namaste, Yogi.